Warriors Year-End Videos. Games of the Year. Number 4. South Park: The Stick of Truth.
I couldn't help it. I had to put South Park somewhere, and you're going to laugh at me for putting it above Valiant Hearts, which had such a heartbreaking, deep story. But here's this thing. I've been a South Park fan for years. Now, I stopped watching it ages ago. Like everything, eventually you grow out of that style of humour. Now, don't get me wrong, I still think South Park is a absolutely fantastic show that basically doesn't hold its punches when it comes to making fun of people, which in my opinion is what comedy should be. Now, don't get me wrong, there are distasteful jokes and sometimes there are too far, but South Park always manages to get the level just right to making fun of everyone. Make sure that they make fun of themselves as well as they make others. And one of my favourite episodes is the one that was the episode in which South Park came back after the events of 9/11, where that episode, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it basically just takes the piss out of Americans and also Al-Qaeda. It takes the piss out of both of them equally, and I think that's a very, very positive thing to do. Is South Park reminds you that you need to laugh. I think the Nostalgia Critic said that once, and I completely agree that sometimes you need to laugh, and South Park was good at that. A little story for you, as is, with a little bias with South Park. When I was in Asda, when I was a little kid, my mum didn't realise South Park was as toilet humour as she thought it was. No, not toilet humour. And I actually asked my mum in the middle of Asda, what's a dildo? You can imagine her face. But back to the game. When South Park Stick of Truth was announced, I was like, oh shit, this is either going to be really good or really bad. Because I have played some South Park games. The last one I remember playing was on the N64, which was in my opinion. But South Park The Stick of Truth was absolutely brilliant. Mostly because it is one of the most faithful adaptations of a TV show or any form of media I've ever seen. The game captured what makes the show great and what makes the show funny. And having the actual members of the team who worked on South Park, the Trey Parker and the other, I'm horrible with names, I do apologise. I'll remember him because of the Game Awards. But I absolutely love the fact that they got all the voices and they got everyone who was involved, pretty much everyone who was involved in the show to make this. And Obsidian did an absolutely excellent job in adapting it. The humour's there, the character's there, the music is surprisingly good. It's a bit of an epic thing, and it's taking the piss out of RPGs and all that. It takes the absolute shit, anything that's fantasy or RPG-esque, they take the absolute piss out of, and I absolutely love that, because that's something that I think every gamer should be able to do, is while enjoying the good aspects of gaming, you can also make fun of the bad aspects of gaming, and I actually really like that, including the little subtle references and all that. I really liked it, and I've actually played through it at least twice, in all honesty, and I probably will end up playing through it again. And I absolutely loved it. As it says, this is biased, as it says, I am a South Park fan, and this kind of humour is always suited to me, as it eventually grew out of it. But even then, playing this game just reminded me why I enjoyed South Park so much when I was younger, and why I still enjoy going back and watching the older episodes. And I still really, really like it, and it is one of the best, most faithful adaptations I've ever seen, in my opinion. It is pretty much, if it wasn't a game, it could be an episode of the show. In my opinion, this actually felt like I was playing an episode of the show, and I absolutely liked it for that. And it just made me nostalgic a little bit, but it also had an interesting story as well from South Park's point of view, and everything was pretty good. And it does have some replay value, in my opinion, and a little callbacks and references to the previous South Park series. It was well welcome. So South Park: The Stick of Truth definitely earns a position on my Game of the Year lists. And I would highly recommend it to any South Park fan. Now, as is, it's not for everyone. I can understand this not being for everyone, and some people seeing it as offensive. In my opinion, if you don't like South Park, you won't like this game. But even then, it's still an enjoyable experience, and I do not recommend it for kids. I don't. But yeah, I like South Park: Stick of Truth. It deserves its place on my Game of the Year list. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you thought of South Park: Stick of Truth. Now move on to the top 3. This should be interesting. Hey there, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, regardless of whatever the video topic was about, because I know I'm a complete nut tit sometimes. If you want to check out any of my other further content, all you have to do is click on the little Scottish Warrior 92 thing down in the bottom there to take you to the channel and check out the rest of my videos. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, it's just Scottish Warrior 92 everywhere else. And also, if you want to help support the channel, all you have to do is pop in the link in the description to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Scottish Warrior 92, in which if you feel like my content is worth it, you can donate $1 a month to help continue to support this channel and help me make this into a full-time gig. Feel free to go check out the Patreon page to make sure it is to your liking and you actually want to spend $1 a month on this shitty channel. Thank you for watching. Again, as always, I am Scottish Warrior 92, and I hope you'll stick around and may even join the clan by clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Mwah.